Hey, what's up guys? I'm Chris, and today we're going to take a look back at Pixar's second animated feature, A Bug's Life. I think A Bug's Life is the most overlooked Pixar movie to date. It's sandwiched between Toy Story and Toy Story 2, and I really think people overlook how great of a movie this really is. Not only does the animation far exceed Toy Story 1, it has a great voice cast and has an amazing story. In A Bug's Life, we follow the story of a little ant named Flick. He's an oddball in a colony of ants that is suppressed by a gang of grasshoppers led by this guy. His name's Hopper. The ants have to gather food for the grasshoppers seasonally. This guy screws it up pretty bad, loses all the food, and the grasshoppers are pretty pissed off. So graciously, Hopper gives the ants some time to gather some more food. In the meantime, the ants know that it's impossible because all the food has been picked and they're not going to be able to gather new food for the grasshoppers when they come back after all the leaves have fallen in the fall. So Flick, who is desperately in love with the princess ant, Princess Ada, he volunteers to go get warrior bugs to fight off the grasshoppers when they arrive. Little does Flick know that the warriors he gathers are actually circus bugs, and then the story unfolds. I'm not going to tell you the ending. You really should go out and see it for yourself. It's one of the only Pixar movies I didn't see in theaters. It's A Bug's Life I didn't see in theaters, and I did not see Ratatouille. I actually have a funny story about why I didn't see A Bug's Life. I had a phobia of movie theaters for about a year of my life when I was younger. The reason being is that I remember seeing the live-action 101 Dalmatians movie, and I think I had some bad popcorn, and when I got home, I was vomiting and I was very sick and very ill for a couple of days. The funny thing is that psychologically, as a child, I put the two and two together. I thought going to a movie theater will make you sick. So whenever my family wanted to go see a movie, I was terrified and I didn't want to go, and I would request to stay home with like my mom or my dad. So my sister saw the movie, but I didn't, and I had to wait till it came out in VHS. Speaking of VHS, Disney and Pixar did something pretty cool with the VHS boxes. They had different characters on the boxes, so you can kind of collect each case. We got Heimlich. Heimlich was actually one of my favorite characters. He's really hilarious. He's the fat caterpillar in the movie. Flick was always sold out. I never actually saw the Flick case anywhere. I think my friend had it. These are the characters that you could get. They're all on the back cover. Probably one of my greatest memories of this movie was the video game that came out on the PlayStation 1. PlayStation was the second console I ever owned, and A Bug's Life was the first game I ever owned on that system. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever played that game, but the graphics were pretty cool for its time. They're pretty advanced. The music was fantastic, and although I never got past the second level, I would seriously play that game for hours and hours at end. And one thing that really stuck out in my mind was, as a kid, at the beginning and the end of the game, they would show clips from the movie. And I remember thinking, well, if they can show movies in the game and the game's on a disc, why can't you play movies on a disc instead of VHS cassettes? I guess in my mind, I envisioned DVDs. And then a couple years later, DVDs came out. If you ever get the chance to go to Disney World or Disneyland, they have a lot of cool things if you're a Bug's Life fan. At Disney World's Animal Kingdom, they have a Bug's Life show. It's tough to be a bug. It's a 3D show. You sit in front of the screen, animatronics going everywhere, your seats are interactive, it feels like bugs are crawling under your butt. It's crazy. It's a great show. I was terrified of it as a kid. I still kind of am. It's a great show though. It's so cool. And they have the same exact show at Disneyland in Anaheim, California. And they also have a Bug's Life Land area where they have Bug's Life attractions, swings, a train. They have bumper cars and stuff like that. Very cool. Highly recommend if you're in the area or you're going to go on vacation. Definitely check those attractions and shows out. It's very cool. So those are some of the memories I have from A Bug's Life. I hope you enjoyed this look back. You guys can leave comments down below of a fond memory or story that you have looking back on A Bug's Life. Again, also comment what your favorite character from A Bug's Life is and your favorite quote, and we'll feature that in next week's episode. Next, we're going to take a look back at Toy Story 2. Hope you enjoyed my brief stories. Thanks again, guys. I'm Chris, and you've just been Chris Cross. Peace out.